Mm. Danny. Danny and Joe. Mm-mm-mm. So I don't know if any of you follow After Prison Show, or how long you, if you do, how long you've been following it. But Joe Guerrero runs a channel called After Prison Show. I've been a fan of that show since about 2015, something like that. I follow him, watch videos every day. I even talk to Rabbit on the phone from time to time. Um, Danny was a guy that they featured on the show that had been locked up for like 40 years, between like 2 stays or something like that. He gets out, and Joe runs into him at this job fair thing for like felons and stuff like that. And that's how they wound up meeting. And it went from there. Joe helped him out a lot. Helped him. Started this GoFundMe, and it raised like $5,000 in like 2 or 3 days or whatever it was. It was like a very short amount of time. And he gives him all this money. Actually, what he did was he got him an apartment. He got him I believe it was a moped. Took him to Walmart. Like, got him on his feet pretty good, And then Christmas time rolled around, and they did another GoFundMe so he could be with his family for Christmas after 40 years. And it raised like, what was it, $14,000, $15,000, something like, a lot of money. And Joe gave him $5,000 cash on camera, and he went to Boston with his family. I believe it was Boston. And Danny's trying to say that Joe pocketed the other $9,000 and never did give him any more money. Well, Joe made a video yesterday, uploaded it yesterday, showing all the receipts where he sent Danny money and Danny's son. $2,500, $2,500, $350, $500, So all that added up. And so everything that's going on now, Danny comes out of nowhere and makes a video with these guys talking about Joe did this, Joe did that, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, it's just crazy. The Danny series on After Prison Show was one of my favorite series that they ever did. I followed that closely. Like, that was, to me, that was a great thing that Joe was doing for Danny. Because here's this guy who just gets out of prison and, spent so much time, has nothing, and then he goes from having nothing to being on YouTube all the time, getting all kind of recognition, getting money, like he's set, Like, I would have loved to have had that when I got out. And then I guess Danny started realizing that Joe was making money off of his videos, so then he starts wanting money. So I believe him and Joe agreed to $400 a week. Now, Danny had a job. Danny was roofing or something. And so not only does Danny get his rent paid up for just a little bit, he's working, roofing, making money, and he's making money off Joe for just nothing. He's making $400 extra a week. So I don't understand why the whole money thing was even a thing for Danny. Like, because if you're making $400 a week, plus you're working a roofing job, dude, you're making good. Like he said on Danny's video that he uploaded, or that was uploaded by those guys, he had said that he saw that Joe was living comfortably and that he was struggling. We must define struggling 2 different ways, my man, because working a roofing job plus $400 a week for just having your face on videos, man, I don't see that struggling. Like, what bills do you have, right? Because you got out of prison, you couldn't have racked up you didn't have no credit, right? So you can't be paying all these credit card bills and all this stuff because you probably don't even have credit cards. You don't have a vehicle. Like, where's all this? What is struggling? How are you struggling, man? And of course Joe's living comfortably. I mean, Joe's made a very good success of himself on YouTube for After Prison Show. I mean, you can't knock that man for doing what he does. I mean, that's like going to the owner of McDonald's and getting mad at him because he's fucking making good money. Excuse my language. Because he's making good money and you're not. So you're getting mad because you're, say you're an employee that works there and you're mad at the owner because he's making more money than you. He built that, man. He built that. You just worked there, right? It's the same thing with YouTube. Joe built that channel. You was just on there. Like, why do you think that this man owes you all this? I don't know. It's just crazy to me, you know what I mean? And then people hate on Joe all the time. They just hate on Joe, and they hate on Joe, and they hate on Joe. All I ever see is Joe doing good for people. I talk to Rabbit on the phone, personally. He has my phone number. I have his phone number. We talk to each other. This guy, he, you know, everybody be the first to admit, come on, everybody knows Joe. Joe ain't the smartest man in the world. Let's just face it. He's learning a lot with his house that he's trying to flip. And then some dirty MFer, you know, gonna come and call the city on him and all that because of these permits and stuff. Just when you start succeeding, man, and people see that, people get so jealous and so butthurt, they'll do anything to tear you down. And I think that's bullshit. But Danny, my man, I love you, man. I loved your videos. I loved everything about you. Don't let money and greed ruin you, which, well, you apparently already have, but just stop, man. Just stop. I mean, what's done is done. You made money, and you want Joe to take the videos down. You want him to take the videos down because he's making money off you? That's like telling me, that's like back to working at McDonald's. You're working at McDonald's, and you're telling the owner, hey, quit advertising. Quit advertising because I'm not making enough money. You're making more than me. Man, it don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. Joe, much love to you. Rabbit. Gay Dave. All them boys, man. But I just want to put my 2 cents in there. I don't know. It's just, that's crazy to me. You guys have a good one.